Hello, everyone. Welcome to another week of reimbursement. This week, we're going to be taking a look at hospital outpatient reimbursement. Hospital, we always believe that it's connected with inpatient, admitting, inpatient stays, but there's more to it. Think about all the times people go for same-day surgeries or have a diagnostic test or other things. Let's take a look at some of the highlights in the text. And again, some of these terms you're going to be familiar with, the concepts of bundling, packaging, I believe we touch on in other classes, payment status indicators, and then other different types of things. Here's something else that looks new, but you can kind of think about it as similar to other things we've talked about. Again, we have APCs. What APCs are basically ways of classifying payments. In other words, putting like services into a group so we can reimburse them more effectively. There's some examples that we touch on in the lecture that you're going to see. And then this table here, 7.1, the payment status indicators, even though it's dated 2020, still very, very useful. And again, when we talk about all these systems, we always get kind of caught on this is the way it is and only the way it is. There actually, with hospital outpatient, there's 3 different ways that hospitals can be reimbursed for outpatient. This is right out of your text. Fee for schedule, prospective payment, and reasonable cost payment. We'll be talking more about that in the video lecture. And that's all I have for you. Please stop by office hours if you have any questions about the material covered this week. We'll see you online. Bye now.